There is this common thing that a lot of us do, especially our men, when they travel abroad. Mm. Most men in the UK are going through this particular thing, and they are doing this. Recently, I was on a live video, and one man came onto my live, and he was asking me for help regarding how his body feels. He said he was okay back home in Nigeria. Nothing was wrong with him until he relocated to the UK. And before you know it, he can no longer perform. And then they're telling him that his blood sugar level is high. You understand? So that he was surprised that him that is okay, that he has always been okay. Nothing has ever happened to him. Suddenly somebody is coming to tell him that this one is wrong with him and that his blood sugar levels are high. So he said he was really worried, and then he was asking me for any help I can render. Yes, I was able to give him help, and by God's grace, I know 100% that he will get himself by God's grace as much as possible. Because number one, he's a young man. Now, I'm sharing this because this is a common thing, especially for young men. Men who don't have women in their lives to be cooking for them, to give them nutritious food, and because of that, whenever they come back from work, they will just quickly get anything. Maybe they'll eat bread, or throughout the day, they might just go into Greg's and buy themselves snacks, or go to anywhere, just buy themselves anything, any munchable food that they can easily eat without eating proper food, because it's not easy. Most of them are here packing shifts. It is not good. It's not good for you to neglect your health, because number one, you are eating everything. Now, the land where you are, most of the food that they eat is pastries and no proper, until you go to your African shop and get yourself your kind of food. The food that you get might not be exactly the kind of food that you know. You understand? Because their foods are different from our own food. Now, you need to know how to be very careful, because you will see a lot of cake to eat here. Back home, it's not easy to even see cake. Before you see cake, maybe you are doing birthday, or somebody is doing birthday and the person gave you cake, and which is not often. But here, on normal occasion, without any celebration, cake is available everywhere. You understand? Now, most people forget themselves. They start feeding on those foods. Before you know it, they can no longer perform. They can no longer do a lot of things. The man was really, I felt so sorry for him, because normally he's not supposed to. He's not feeling like a man. But this is a common thing. So every man, even if you are married, learn to be careful with what you eat. Because if you want sugar, you go see sugar plenty. Sugar full everywhere for here. It is very important for you to eat your good food. If you're a single person that cannot cook, please learn to cook. Learn to start cooking. Cook. In fact, there are people who do businesses of cooking for you. When you pay them, and they will cook food, and a lot of food for you. Then you put in your freezer and you start eating, instead of feeding yourself with junks. And before you know it, your blood sugar levels will start rising. It is very, very bad. A lot of people are in this place. Sugar that has always been normal, because back home you have a lot of bitter things. You have bitter leaves, you have natural, where we even go and buy pastries, a lot of things to cook with, a lot of food stuff. Even if you don't have, you have restaurants where you can eat better food, even if you cannot cook it. But here it's not so easy to find those restaurants or find someone that will be cooking for you. Now you have to be very, very intentional. If not, don't carry good health from home and come here and carry diabetes. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for you to be healthy and you come here all of a sudden, sickness where you no plan just come over you because of your lifestyles. And because of that, some people, because of work, they don't even have time to exercise. So all these things are some of the factors that cause it. You don't eat good, and then you do not exercise, because too much work from train to another train, and then from workplace to another workplace. And then you're not having any time to move yourself intentionally, like exercise, not just work, not just doing 1 or 2 in the office. You understand? This is one of the issues. And please, I want to share with you, for you to please arise and take care of yourself.